His name is Steve. That is his name.
Yeah.
He's here to play
Yeah.
an anime game.
Yeah.
His friends with Yuna.
Yeah.
She's pretty lame.
Yeah.
So here we go. I got no other rhyme. Damn it. Welcome. Welcome to...
that was like the Wright Brothers Flight, except at the end of the 12 seconds.
Welcome to Whose Final Fantasy Is It Anyway? The anime series where everything's made up and nothing matters. I'm your host, Paj-anime, Ginyu Force, Pajinyu, Summon, Catherine. That's it, I'm Catherine.
Which spelling of Catherine?
K-A-R-T-T-E-R. The 3 R's at the beginning are silent.
Didn't they spell one with a Q after a while?
No,
yes. Sorry, they changed it to Rin.
It's QK though. It's QUK actually. QK. But
you're making that up. I don't believe you.
She has a French. One of her parents are French. The other one is Japanese.
I can't tell if you're making any of this up.
Well, actually, one of her parents is Pierre.
Yeah, you're making this up. Okay.
If you will. Yeah.
I'm gonna do some leveling up here to start this episode.
Indeed.
With Ryan, the guy who makes shit up.
What? Making what up?
Oh no! What did oh, this is probably faster still.
That was
made
better.
up a bunch. It was a great intro.
I just lined it up.
Yeah. You've had worse intros.
I have. I've had better.
Oh, I mean, yes.
I think. Objectively. Looking at it from the critical point of view, I mean, if Cisco and Ebert had a chance to analyze this, they'd probably ask themselves what the fuck they're watching, because they don't even know what the fuck a power sphere is.
They know how to aim?
Or, you know what? Maybe they do. It might be presumptuous of me to assume just because someone's older that they don't know the ins and outs of the grid ability tree in Final Fantasy 10. Almost said 15.
Final Fantasy 15?
15.
My favorite game.
That's basically 15. 15? I mean...
Yeah, it's not far off.
Dun.
Speaking of abilities, here's Provoke.
I'm assuming that's like, makes an enemy hit you?
I have no idea. I'm going to assume so. Not really an ability you'd want Steve
So that's
to have.
taunt. That's the taunt. You'd want to give that to your tank.
Yeah. An Orin.
Or your defensive character. Is he the tank, really?
Well, like, he has the most health.
Does he have a lot of health? Really? What
Yeah.
about his armor or defense? Are those stats?
I don't know. We'll take a look at that stuff right after we're done here. Lulu's got extra stuff because I had to stop her early on her path before when she still had points to go. Because she had abilities that she needed to pick up, and I didn't have any spears. But I had 3 of them this time. I'm having really bad luck with drawing spears. Usually at this point in the game, I just don't have to worry about it anymore. But,
wait, so the spear and drawing aren't scripted drops? They're kind of just randomized?
Yeah, there's like things that you can pick up later that'll like let you increase odds.
Or is it like a mix? Like maybe you're guaranteed to pick up X in this spot, but enemy drops are kind of random.
I'm genuinely unsure.
Okay. Because that's like what Souls is like, right? Or Soulsborne of the Blood of the Brothers.
He's not gonna...
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard that game once or twice. Extract Power.
Yeah.
That was not an ability he had in the original game. Fucking whatever, though. I guess Orin's not going all the way down the tree because I want to get this ability. So.
I mean, Orin does have the coolest portrait. I'll give him that.
Oh, easily.
But I mean, that's only like that. That's only because he's the only one who's smart enough to wear sunglasses. I mean, you guys are in the post-apocalypse here. You might as well, like, people should be wearing, like, Yuna's the biggest fault of this. I can understand Kimahri, he's an animal. Same with Wakka. Yuna and Wakka are the biggest fault of this. Like, they're way more concerned with looking stylish than looking protective. Like, what if a sandstorm shows up? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Lots of possibilities here.
But yeah,
and I mean, I guess you could say Steve, but he's just kind of got his Kingdom Hearts going.
Yeah, really. Yeah, so they do have defense.
Orin's got the protective thing for his face with the pseudo scarf that's part of his jacket. Yeah, and he's got the glasses.
Orin definitely has the most health, but yeah, his defense stat Kamari has.
And
Is it, I know what you're saying.
Kamari's an animal, so his fur is probably protective.
Well, Brutalitops certainly was, right? So.
Yeah. Animals are okay. They know how to live in heat and intense conditions.
I mean, he's a human being, Ryan. He's just a different race.
Yes.
He's a
not human
Ronzo.
being. No, that's not how that works.
Hang on.
He's a human being, Ryan. He's just a different race.
I'm sorry. Would the Albed be considered human beings to you? Because they're
Yes.
also a different race.
But he's not just a different race. He's also a different species.
Maybe.
He's a
maybe
cat.
So are the Albed. No, they're not cats.
He's
they're
not a
also
cat
different
human.
race.
Fine, but if he's a cat human, then he's like Worf. Then he's still a different species.
Wait, like,
because
like
at that
Worf?
point he's
Worf's a Klingon.
half Klingon, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought he was half Klingon.
Oh yeah, he's only
That's the
half
thing.
Klingon. You're right.
Yeah, but that's still half Klingon is still not human. In D&D terms, they're different. Brutalitops here would be a different thing. When you're picking races at the beginning of D&D, he would be different. You know it.
What about the Guado? They're like look sort of human, but
That's the
sort of
thing,
not.
right? That's even though humans
The
have different
Albed?
races inside of humans. In D&D terms, races mean different, like all species, which is weird,
Yeah.
right? They should
Oh,
call
hey,
those
it's Walker.
species.
Yeah. It's almost like the concept of race is a
He just-
social
what
construct.
you
and
mean-
where do
yeah.
we divide those lines? Oof.
Curses.
Yeah, we don't really
Oh.
understand the Yeah, that's true.
Don't kick things with
He-
sandals.
Really hates them, huh?
He does.
Chapu.
Screw their stupid cannons.
He left the sword Wakka gave him in Besaid, and he fought with an Albed Machina weapon instead.
That's got nothing to do with it. I just hate these sacrilegious contraptions.
Because
God damn it.
reasons. Because some old people told me to. I don't
Because
actually
everyone I know and everyone I've ever talked to has always said that that's what we do, but no one's ever explained the reasons behind it. And everyone knows that when no one is willing to explain the reasons and no one cares to ask the questions about the reasons, that it's perfectly acceptable that nothing bad is happening and ever could happen.
I mean, bad things are happening
Because
all
we-
the time.
Religion's infallible, haven't you heard?
Yes. Yes, I have. That's why I pray every day between episodes to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Reverse prayer.
Let him into
Oh
your
god,
life,
that's a great bit in one of the episodes of Last Man on Earth,
Reverse
where
prayer?
he does like a. So, I kind of don't want to spoil it, but a bad person shows. Do you know who Fred Armstein is?
Yeah, of course. He was an SNL regular. He's also been...
Yeah, and he Portlandia, which is actually
Yeah.
good. That's a
Ooh.
good sketch show, but that's because it cares about plot. So,
Yeah,
like
also.
events happen.
Yeah.
It has continuity, like South Park. Even South Park eventually knew you can't do this over and over again. You actually have to start.
Speaking of
introducing
events
things.
and plot, they're gathering a whole bunch of sin spawn in a cage.
It won't
Sin
work
spawn
anyway.
slaves. Yeah, I'll wait to
Don't
tell
say
my story
that.
here.
It might be a hopeless campaign, and it might mean defying Yevon. But the Crusaders and the Albed, they're doing their best
Yeah,
to
so this is a
defeat
joint
sin.
op. The Crusaders are working with the
They
Albed.
want to rid Spira of sin forever. And that's just what we want too, isn't it?
Oh, good point, Yuna.
Isn't it?
I'm kind of curious. They're like
Alright,
setting all
alright.
this stuff up like.
But I
There's
still
like they're
think
setting it
Mac
up like
got
there's a
bad
lot of
news.
nuance
They're
to this
forbidden for a
situation.
reason.
But I'm curious if it follows those same lines and our heroes learn that it's
The command center is that way. Maester Keynote
it's
is
okay to
also
still
there.
oppose the Albed
Maester
in
Keynote
some
too?
things and not in
Yes.
others. You know what I mean?
Please, hurry,
Yeah,
my
well,
lady.
Wakka doesn't believe that at this point, obviously, right?
It's like
They're bad.
fight
so
the
everyone
aspects
believes it.
like yeah, like everything they do is bad, right? You can it's okay to be friends and enemies with someone at the same time. Like
Yeah.
that is actually a thing.
Yeah.
Because fundamentally, on some levels, you're recognizing that one conflict is big enough that if you guys were at war with each other about it, you would never solve it, which is the sin thing, right?
Yeah.
But like, if you still fundamentally disagree with them on things, you can still fight them and battle the contingents of their people that is engaged in that stuff outside of it.
Yeah. Can I...
Anyway, there is
Oh,
a
child
Fred,
soldiers.
yes. See, like that. Like that's a perfect example. It's okay to have a moral obligation to and try to argue with these people and try to get them not to use child soldiers.
Yeah.
But like that doesn't mean we can't use your help and we need to fight each other, right?
Yeah.
Like
It doesn't mean that we think that what the kid is doing is messed up. Like they're doing their best.
Yeah.
Adults should probably stop them from doing it. But
But
obviously,
we still need the adults' help in fighting sin.
yes.
Like that. Those two issues are separate. Like
Yes.
yeah.
Which ways to go about it? But yeah, Fred
Monopoly.
Armisen.
It sucks that these people represent something that we oppose, but that doesn't mean that sometimes we don't need them. Like, but I mean, maybe you don't. It's an anime, so maybe you're the key. I mean, you probably are. It's an anime. Anyway, what I was gonna say was because we were talking religion. There's a bit in The Last Man on Earth where Fred Armisen's character is a bad character. He's an evil person, is what I mean. So there comes time to pray about him, and instead of praying for God, Will Forte's character prays for the devil, right? So then at the end he does something called a reverse prayer. So like when you fold your hands together, right, up?
Yeah. Does it in
Do
the
that
direction?
from underneath. Do that from underneath the opposite direction, and
Feels incredibly uncomfortable.
reverse your hands, right? Like you're doing a reverse pray, and then like push them up like into the air. That's what he did. It was like a oomph, like together. It looked really stupid. It was like, and he was just like reverse pray, and I love how he tries to sound so knowledgeable. Anyway, it made me laugh because it
clip
was
that
like,
in
I was like,
for people.
yeah. Because that to me, that's also a really jokey way to explain religion. Because like you sit there and in your mind you're like, doesn't this seem really ridiculous? But then you think about folding your hands and praying and go, actually it seems just as ridiculous as folded. It's just a motion that you make for no reason. Like,
Yep. That felt
no
incredibly
offense to
uncomfortable to my wrists.
no offense to the history of people who
Yeah.
pray, but someone invented doing that action. No one ordained that action. It's just an action. You don't need to do that. Praying should be thoughts. It's all thoughts.
Sure. So we're going to learn a little bit about the operation here. Sin
I guess
often
what I'm
turns
saying
up-
is go ahead.
That's okay. Finish up. That's okay. What you're saying
I was
is-
just going to say that a lot of religion, I guess what I'm saying is a lot of religion or any type of thing that substances religion is just a convenient excuse for introspection, and all this is just introspection. You don't need to put your
something you
hands
can
in a
do
certain
without-
way.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That is a good thing, and that is healthy. That I'm not trying to demean religion by saying that. I'm just saying that
No,
I
there's
think
a bunch
that
of
it's a
bullshit
form of
around
that,
it.
and that's an aspect of it that I respect and think is totally natural. Whatever you need to do to put you in a state to think about yourself and who you are and what you do and such.
Yeah, that shit's all cool. So
Yep.
Sin often turns up where its sin spawn are. So we've hunted down sin spawn at various places and brought them here to lure it. When it shows
So
up,
it's a sin trap.
Yeah, when it shows up, they're going to hit it with the ancient machina, and it's bye-bye sin. The Crusader's responsibility is to lure sin and
Bye-bye.
immobilize it. The Albed will deliver the finishing blow. I wish it could be the other way around. As long as Sin's dead, fucking who cares? Okay, so
The operation will begin shortly.
the reason this is a problem.
Please check all your equipment.
Oh, you don't get to bring your shit.
You all right?
No, check
Of course
like,
not.
check it out.
I
not
came
like,
here to fight sin,
Leave it here.
but they stick
Take it,
me
Sin.
here.
Oh, gotta stop
If you
it.
want to prove yourself,
Huh?
Come with me.
first you must complete the tasks you are given.
Here, have this giant flagon of alcohol that I have on the side of my pouch and I carry everywhere
Just
with
do
me that
what they
doesn't seem
say.
weird.
It just won't be enough.
All right, Ryan. Moral choice
Listen.
system.
This guy's whiny and we want to win. So, part of me thinks that guarding the command center is important too, makes the most sense. However, I think that we've already gathered that we're shitty and outnumbered against Sin. So an effective tactic, unfortunately, is to use people who are distractions. And a wimpy person on the front line is likely to try to run away and make it harder to get them killed. They'll probably still die, but like a cat and mouse, the chase will take enough time that it'll be an even more effective distraction. So I think that, yeah, you should be out on the front lines is the logical conclusion.
That's right.
That makes
It's
the most
not
sense.
fair.
What did you think of the analysis there?
Sounds pretty good. Let's test it
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
Do something, even if it means bending the rules.
Perfect. Perfect.
You should be out
Yeah.
on the front lines again?
Yeah, that's where we want them.
That's right. It's not fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, later, bud.
No one's guarding the command center. I hope this old man in a robe's gonna be okay.
He'll be fine.
Hey,
I had heard from
Varys.
Seymour, but I didn't
oh,
know
let's
if
hug
actually
Orin.
meet.
He's not hugging back.
Good to see you,
What?
Orin. 10
years,
is it?
is it? Good to see you too, Lulu's boobs.
That's when Kino.
We still
The
haven't
camera was
figured
right
out-
there. That's all. Granted, he's a little shorter,
He
but
leads the warrior
she had a
monks
face there,
and also
guys.
commands the Crusaders.
I know.
Yeah,
it's-
they were subtle right there, weren't they?
Yeah,
All troops
very.
ready to move at your command, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
Dismissed. Sir. No.
Tell me,
Can we get
Orin,
another take
where
on
have
that where
been
you actually
the
say
last
the
10
word?
years?
No? Okay.
No,
We don't
I'm
have time
taking
for
lunch.
this now, do we?
I'll be back
Yeah,
afterwards.
pretty much. Pretty
This
much.
plan won't work. You know that. We'll just let them dream a little longer.
Well, that's rude and
What?
mean and actually kind of...
Lord Kino.
Actually, that's like torture.
Oh, yes. Proceed.
We can't really win, but let's let people believe they can, because I don't
A
know.
maester.
Well, keep in mind, they're not the ones who started the operation. They're
I
just
heard that,
observing
Orin.
it for
That's
Yevon.
true.
A lot
And
has
they're
happened.
given-
But
the last 10
they'll damn
years.
sure be the ones who finish it,
What were you doing and where?
because they're in
Fulfilling a
charge. That's what I'm
promise I
gathering.
made to a friend. I still am.
Just tell me one thing. Have you seen Xanarkand?
I am Xanarkand,
not gonna
I
tell
the
you
very
anything.
embodiment.
I think we don't belong here.
I don't even... I love how he doesn't respond, and everyone's like, that's not weird.
At last.
Well,
We
he's
must tell
brooding.
the Albed waiting outside to begin the
He's
operation
an adult.
at once.
Did his accent just change?
The
Yes.
fiends may break through. This place is not safe.
I'm
That's a totally
Scottish
different
now.
voice
Prepare
actor.
to defend yourselves.
Hello,
Tell me when you're
latties.
ready.
Well,
I think that's
okay,
a different voice actor.
Someone else is talking. Someone else is talking. Because like 3 people were all melting at the same time. I do not know what just happened there at the end of that cutscene.
I'm pretty sure that Keenock's voice just.
Some narrator
straight
was
changed.
talking while the group of people was talking. That's all I got. Welcome to your camp. You got this cool seating area by this red flag thing. We got the battle
Anything
map.
could happen. Make sure you're ready for combat.
Always ready for combat. I just bought a bunch of.
We got
potions of
spears,
face
and
downs.
Oron hanging out by the spears, of course.
Mega
Nobody's
potion.
gonna take a weapon on my watch.
Go to Yuna.
Just-
Leave.
I was just
The
there.
weapons are
I'm a little
here.
Yuna's fine. Fuck off.
What? Go to
Where's
Yuna.
Wakka?
I'm a little nervous. Go back to Yuna. I'm still nervous.
Hey,
I
Wakka.
said go to Yuna.
It's like Yevon authorizes this whole operation.
Yuna! Where's she?
Rachel?
Where's Yuna? Do you think Orin's Batman?
Listen. It turns out that Batman was one of the early first brooding examples of characters. Just was the
Are
thing.
you ready?
Yeah. You know, those you guys who aren't in the plan, are you ready? Ryan, are we fucking ready?
Yeah, not yet.
Oop, whoops. You said I'd say yeah.
Shit,
so
this
we need
mission
this.
is doomed to failure. We
fucked.
weren't ready.
You told me we were!
Will Sin come?
Oh, I don't know.
Sin
If Sin
always
shows up, we're
returns
not
for its
prepared. We are
spawn.
not ready.
To
Oh,
make
Spawn's
sure
gonna show
we're
up?
going
Shit.
to encourage them to call out to it.
We're about to go from PG to rated R in a hurry.
It'll come.
Oh shit, it's Deadpool.
I remembered Orin telling
Duke
me.
Nukem.
Sin is my old man. Sin is Jacked.
Sin
No,
is me.
he isn't.
I mean,
Dude,
no.
no. Listen. You might think DTA stands for Don't Trust Austin. Don't trust Ghostbusters Austin, but it's Don't Trust Oron. We know it. They don't. These aren't coincidences. These things are. You know. I'm just saying. The Texas rattlesnake, Oron.
The Texas rattlesnake. He hit you with the
Yeah.
orange stunner.
Yeah. I mean, just
All
like
right.
Austin, when he shows up, shit just hits the fan.
Well, one of those things got out.
He's just looking to fight and get drunk and brood.
Ryan,
he's
one of the
emo
things
Austin.
got out.
Also, you said he's like Batman, but I was just like, isn't he kind of like Angel? Which is also an A, so DTA also fits. Anyway,
You're right.
Boss.
So this is
Sin
Gui.
spawn Gooey.
So this thing has 4 different places you can hit him. He's got the main part, which is what you need to kill him. He's got these arms that will protect his body if you try to attack him with it. Like
I'm
straight
gonna
up.
really look at this thing for a
You'll
second
do like
here.
no damage.
So this is the
Those arms are
Pokemon
in the
version of a
way.
Megazord. That's what we're looking at right
Yeah,
now.
pretty much.
100%. Because it's like 7 Pokemon merged.
Yeah. This it also has a head.
It's got like a
that
face
will-
in the front. Yeah, you can hit it.
Random heads
Is this supposed to be like a plant? Or What? Because it's got shields on the end that aren't plant-like.
It's a monster, I think.
Just a monster, that's all it is.
Take my water ball in the face.
Go!
Yeah, shit. If Wakka could have done that in the fight, that would have been something.
We told neither of us said that during Blitzball. Man, that was a missed opportunity.
He must have at least once, right?
No. Man, there you go. You got rid of the Yellow Ranger's arm. You gotta hit the head, though. That's where they're all hanging out.
Okay, Steve does not do that much damage to the arms. Oh,
I just realized as a reference point, that works too, because Power Rangers is anime as fuck as well.
Dad,
Yep.
I can hear that.
Man, everything is anime as fuck.
Ow.
Anime. Maybe anime was the first. Anime was started before everything. The one true source. The actual answer to what came first, the chicken or the egg. Anime.
The anime or the anime.
It doesn't. Neither. The anime came first.
The head stops moving. So yeah, if you let its head get another turn, it sprays venom on everybody. That's a bad time.
Okay. So each of its Zord parts can do different abilities.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Shoot out different things.
Well, no, it's the arms will protect the body, and the head is something you just kind of have to deal with.
It's either the Pokemon version of a Megazord or the Zerg version of a Megazord.
It's more Zerg-like, to be honest.
Yeah.
This thing looks pretty Zergish.
It's like, we combined an Ultralisk, a Hydralisk, But I mean, Zerg are kind of, wow. No, you're right. Pokemon are a little more creature than Zerg are a little more alien.
Yeah, this thing was pretty alien-y.
Alien and insect together.
I get it. The head is annoying.
Do.
Lulu. Fuck him up. Thunder.
Burner.
Use your overdrive.
I'd still have to say though, even if it's Zerg, it still has to be given the Megazord title because it looks like a fused version of different things.
Yep. The head stops moving. That's good.
I'm sure when they formed, they just played a bunch of rad music, right?
I think that's how that worked.
Guitar
Yeah.
ripping. Yep.
Go Steve Ranger.
Sin's just, yeah. Sin gets it done. Now, Sin kind of reminds me more of Lord of the Rings. He reminds me more of Sauron. This, like, faceless enemy that's, like, you don't really know. I mean, if you play any of the video games, there's an RTS game where Sauron's actually, you can use him, and he just destroys everything, by the way. But, it turns out he's basically just, like, Galactus, almost. He's not that big, but he was huge. He's about as big as this thing, and compared to units being about your size. Except he's just a giant knight with like a huge mace, like a dark mace.
Oh, the arms are back.
Oh, that's lame. Come on. Get
And the
those
head is
arms out of
moving
here.
suspiciously.
Suspiciously.
Well, it's going to use venom if I let it. However, I'm not
Attack an
going to
enemy.
let it. Gonna hit
Fire.
him. Fire. And now it's like, oh, never mind. I swallowed my venom. And fire breath this bitch. That was pretty great. I do like that attack a lot.
Oh no. How villainous of an attack. 666 damage.
Well, we are fucked.
Wow! Put up the devil horns. Would it mean anything if I did this? Contradiction.
Have you ever seen this before? Or
Oh,
what was
man.
It? If I did this, would it mean
I've been
anything to
debating
you?
on just giving that series the old rewatch. I thought I maybe run into a video on it on GBTV, and I'm sure it's aired, but I
You
have
mean
not caught
Giant
it yet.
Bomb Infinite, Ryan? Get the name
Nope.
right.
Nope.
You don't like the name?
GBTV original, son!
You don't like
I rep
Infinite?
it till you're dead. I'm like the NWO black and white with that shit. I'm not gonna go back.
It's a,
GB.TV. That's the best name ever. I don't care if there's reasons why they couldn't keep with that name. That's the name.
They never explained why they changed the name, or?
They might have been a podcast. I haven't listened to a cast in a bit, but I'm pretty sure someone in the chat I saw mention maybe it had something to do with the fact that like a fan owned the domain for GBTV. But right now the domain for if you go to gb.tv, it redirects. So
Giantbomb.com/TV if you're thinking of They don't have the
Or whatever, yeah, whatever the URL was, I believe, is that someone else... no, I actually think... You know what? I'm going to test this theory. I have a device on me, and I'm going to literally go gb.tv. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty confident that goes to Infinite.
Well, we will see. I'm fairly certain it doesn't.
Do.
Fucking up this boss.
The site cannot be reached. There's nothing there.
Told you.
Damn, you're right.
Doesn't exist. I know.
Yeah, but giantbomb.com/TV still exists.
Yes.
And that's what redirects
To Infinite.
to
I know
Infinite.
it.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so there's no way someone else could own that then, though, right? Because it says giantbomb.com/something. Can someone else own a domain that has your own .com in it?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. Because it's just like a slash, right? That's like a subpage of your domain, almost. Like, I don't even think they need a new domain for that.
I'm fairly certain that
Unless GB Infinite. I'm sure there's probably other things that redirect, because they love to have things redirect.
yes. But they do.
You know,
Anybody who's not
videogames.com.
subscribed, you should go buy a
Head on over to videogames.com.
Videogames.com. Premium
Yeah, head on
subscription. Those
over.
guys are pretty worth it.
We're playing one of those things. That's what they do. They are videogames.com.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
We're just repping them. Repping them here hard.
Having a rough go here.
You got the arms away again.
Oh yeah,
You gotta hit that
those
chest
only have,
piece,
like,
that's the
800 health.
thing.
Well, I've been doing damage to the chest piece, but I can just deal with the head at the same time. Like,
Okay.
here we go. Gonna hit them both.
Shit. Great!
Oh, that doesn't actually hit the upper one too. Okay, well, you know what does hit the upper one? Fucking Wakka.
Waka,
Don't hit
waka, waka,
Yuna.
waka.
Please don't hit Yuna.
I think you should hit you.
Yeah, just... No!
The arms regenerated again.
Only perverts like arms.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
dank
that's your meme.
reference.
I love how she's
that
just sitting
meme.
here spamming cure over and over again.
That's what she does.
Oh yeah, Aaron has no health. Wait, what? What? Oh no, that's his turn meter. I sit there looking at the meter like, what? You just healed him.
Yeah, no, that was.
No,
That's,
he has
that's
tons
overdrive.
of health. Yeah, he's clearly the tank. You should have you provoked with him?
He doesn't have the ability. That's Steve.
Oh. What? What? Steve's not a tank.
No, he's not.
Can he cast it on someone else?
I don't know. I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
Oh, Wakka's...
If
yeah,
he
Wakka's
can,
have-
clearly cast it on the guy with the most health. Whoosh. Sin spawn Gui.
Yeah, Gui's kind of
Shit,
a
are we
dick.
gonna die here? That's the question.
No, we're fine.
Is Steve dead?
No, Steve's fine. Steve just doesn't
Oh, you just don't have...
damage when the arms are out at all.
Well, there goes Wakka.
Well, Wakka's been in better positions. Luckily, Wakka didn't just get killed by Sephiroth, so...
Wakka should have a mode, or sorry, an auto-res ability where someone just taunts him that he's not going to win the big game, so then he comes back to life and keeps going.
That would be pretty great.
I mean, isn't that what he just did? That's how you meet the character? To a degree?
I mean, sort of. Nobody taunted him. We were really nice to him.
No, but he was dealing with the demons of being the guy who could never win a game at all, and then suddenly he's the champion. And he, like, did it. I mean, you helped him in that one game, but let's be real. It wasn't for
We
Wakka.
scored
There
like
wouldn't have been
3
that one
goals
game.
in that one game, right?
Yeah, but you wouldn't have even got to that game if it wasn't for Wakka.
Yeah, but he was playing against... He got the shitty team in the draw. He had to play the goers every other year before that.
And he played it all by himself, basically.
He always lost to the team that he needed us to beat.
But he's never won before a game, so.
Right, but because they always had to play against the good team. It's a very statistical probability. But so it is. Also, this thing's fucking dead.
So they're the Washington Capitals. They always had to play the Pittsburgh Penguins in the second round.
Yeah, but in the first round. That's exactly what happened, actually. Also, we got
Which I'm pretty sure is going to happen again this year.
Phone call from Alex. So, hey Alex, you're on our show.
Hashtag sympathy for our Caps fans. Anime.
Are you on your way home?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say to the people about Operation Mihen?
Operation what?
But don't worry about it.
You should say about anime. Anime.
Okay. I will.
Demi.
I love you.
Okay, I love you too.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
What a bitch.
And
I'm
that
just
was
kidding.
Bulma, lady. That was Bulma, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us, Bulma.
Bulma.
Isn't she someone's wife in
Spoilers.
DBZ? In DBZ? Right, well, I'm trying to go with the anime theme here, Goku. Or whoever's wife she is, Yamcha, who is she's wife?
Goku's married
Vegeta's?
to Chi-Chi. She doesn't
Okay,
marry Vegeta.
I'm asking you these as questions like I don't know, because
Yeah,
I keep getting these
at
relationship
the
statuses wrong.
At the start of the series, she's dating Yamcha. She marries Vegeta.
Whatever TMZ is in DBZ universe is going to be super mad with me.
Here you go, Orin.
High potion. I assumed it was Goku who had the relationship since he has all these kids, but I guess Trunks is Vegeta's kid, right?
Yes. Also,
So Bulma then? Is Bulma Trunks' mom?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you're Vegeta, right? There you go. Got it. We nailed it. She's your Bulma. Yeah, you got it.
Why is she Bulma?
Works. Well, if you're Vegeta, then
Why
she's
am I
Bulma.
Vegeta?
Dude, I wasn't making that reference to assume that the character lined up correctly. I was only thinking of the first anime wife I could think of.
Alright, that's fair enough. You know who's my first anime
If you got a
wife?
better anime wife, nail it. Give me the wife. The anime.
No, fucking, there's a lot of options there, Ryan. Most of them you should not look up in Rule 34. Things will happen. Also, I should explain, so obviously we know that the Aeons obviously have their own overdrive meters. We saw Dave use that like Hellfire before. Yuna's overdrive is that she summons one with their overdrive meter full. However, if they have their overdrive meter full already, they can just overdrive twice in a row,
Okay.
which is pretty useful. Because otherwise Dave would be empty by now.
No, this song looks so good. Look at this. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
This is so the Hulk right here. Just eat the earth. Take that, stupid insect monster.
So as long as he doesn't kill Dave, we'll do the same thing again.
The Hulk would totally fuck this thing up.
Probably.
Like, he would powerbomb the shit out of this thing. I kind of feel like
nice
that's what I want
jukes,
for it to do
Dave.
now. Get the Hellfire going again.
Yep, we're gonna just do it twice. Cause yeah, you see the bar is empty now. Normally you can't overcharge it, but with the Grand Summon specifically, you can.
You know, we did in the previous episode, we did the fighting game staple 4 thing for some universes. We never ended up doing it for the game we're playing. Like, that just seems like an oversight.
We haven't seen every
So
character yet, Ryan.
I know, but based on what we've seen now, who's your 4 staple? I mean, Steve is obviously Tidus. Steve is 1. Even though
Yeah,
I begrudgingly. I'd say Orin, yeah.
Yeah, Yuna.
I'd probably have to say Wakka.
No, the
and
problem is
Yuna.
that we're missing a very important character, who is definitely it. But
I mean, unless Sin is a character we could include.
I don't think we're going to include Sin.
Ding, ding, ding. The Blitz Ball. No, just the ball, just nobody kicking it. Just that's a character.
Just the Blitzball by itself.
You move around as it, yeah.
Okay, I could get down with that.
Based on who we've seen now, though, it'd be Wakka, Yuna, Steve, and Oron. Lulu hasn't really been as essential. And Wakka's relationship with Steve... Wakka has more of a relationship with Steve, and since the game thus far seems to be an extension of Steve, the Steve Extension Chronicles, if you will. Yeah. Lulu just seems to be like, Lulu's just one of the guardians of Yuna. And Yuna is Steve's pseudo... There is a badly written romantic chemistry going on between them, so that obviously means
that's the love story of a generation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Not since Anakin and Padme have audiences been this in love. It's got drama, it's got excitement, it's got romantic tension. And it's funny. Ha ha ha!
Oh man. Yeah, that is the worst thing that's ever happened, isn't it?
Yeah. It's at the center of their relationship, too. That's how they communicate with each other, badly. When their relationship goes through any turmoil, the first problem they encounter, they're done. They're not going to know how to talk.
Well, they are going to know how to talk. They're going to talk like that.
No, because half of the conversations they've had thus far have been not conversations.
Yeah, but they don't know that they're terrible at it, so they're just going to be like, oh, this is totally fine, right?
Yes, so when there's an issue comes up and then they realize they don't know anything about each other. They're going to be like, shit, all those opportunities when we had these talks that we thought were really deep. Oh no.
And then Steve realizes that Yuna's actually like straight up in the KKK, and it's like, oh. I have a
And
problem
she
with this.
realizes that Steve is basically Dan Riker, the anime version. She's going to be like, no!
Hey man, people
Dan,
love Dan.
If Dan Riker could play Blitzball.
Dan Riker can play
Or,
football.
but here, better yet, she realized that Steve is just Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like, oh shit,
Oh,
you guys are not a
shit.
great couple. Sonic the Hedgehog with cultish Gandalf doesn't go well. Do. At least she has good intentions, though.
Yeah, she totally.
Right? That's why I went with cultish Gandalf. She is kind of cultish,
Well,
but...
wait, I thought you thought she was the bad guy.
But Gandalf the Grey is kind of bad, right?
Is he?
He's a darker character. Yeah, he goes from gray to white. I mean, I guess the version of he's
You
just
never
shitty.
watched Lord of the Rings. Why do you think that?
What do you mean? I've seen Lord of the Ring
I
movies.
thought you said you hadn't between the episodes.
No, I just haven't read I haven't read the books. I tried to watch the books, but I've never,
Oh,
the
you tried to watch
episodes.
the
What
books?
episodes? Or we tried to read the books, but I couldn't
You
because
said
the
between
writing
our
was just so.
episodes, like you were waiting for the archive break. Is what I meant.
No, you said you hadn't seen Lord of the Rings in a
No,
long
I
time.
have. Not in a long time. I think you said you've never seen it in general.
No, I've seen the movies, not the extended versions. I've seen the regular movies. I just don't really have an affinity for them.
Fair enough.
I like certain things in them. I think there's good things in them. I just at the time that they came out, I was really into Game of Thrones when I first learned of it. I was sick of the tropes of fantasy, by the time that because I had played some D&D and done some other stuff, played some RPGs. So by the time everyone was into Lord of the Rings, I was just like, oh look, dwarves, elves. And the elves are magical and shoot arrows, and the dwarves are small and mine. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, all these tropes are like, granted, the Lord of the Rings book came out a long time ago, so it's not like, I'm not trying to claim that it's not original anyway. We'll get to that.
Yeah, it was the 40s.
There's not really anything to get at. I'm just saying that I had seen them.
Okay. No, I just literally thought that you
But wasn't Gandalf more of an asshole before he turned into white, if I
he
remember
was like,
correctly?
super cool.
No, he went to the thing, and he was like super rude and at the hobbits and yelling at them all the time.
I don't think so.
Like, he was trying to protect them, right? But he was being like overbearing father figure type of thing.
I don't think he was that much of a problem. Also, we're straight up fighting.
He was still loving. He wasn't a villain. I'm not necessarily saying he was the bad guy, but I'm just saying like he was kind of yeah.
Yeah. Also, we just established chocobos can walk on water.
Like, weren't there a lot of scenes where like the hobbits misbehave, and then Gandalf, like, just like what's his name in Harry Potter, would do the same thing, like sternly, you cannot do this. This will get us killed, like things like that.
Yeah,
Shit. Guys, I don't think you're.
Oh.
To quote The Last Man on Earth, they gone.
I don't think they're going to be in Rush Hour 2.
Yep. Technically, he says he gone. Whenever someone dies, they go, he gone. The other one they like to use, Abby uses this all the time now. Oh, farts.
Oh, farts.
Abby and Dan like that show. They've talked about it on air.
We're back, fighting this thing again.
Shit. We
We
got
just
Seymour
killed
here
it.
with his bad boy anime tattoo around his eye. You know I'm good, because I got a thing on my eye. Just like Oron's got a scar.
Yep.
So,
Stand back,
this
lady.
thing just wrecked us, and it's just
Yes.
he's just gonna own it, right?
Well, he's not fighting it by himself.
Oh, you get to use him? Oh my goodness. I'm sure he has an ability.
There's no other party with us, by the way.
Oh,
He
I don't
also
see it.
has
Win?
Tier 2
Blizzara?
magic.
Yeah, tier 2 magic. Do you keep him as a character, I wonder? I doubt it, because I think he's the villain. Look at his staff.
Well, he just did a quarter of its health bar.
Yeah. He also has like way more health. 1,000 health out of 1,200. Auron has more health than he does.
Yeah.
So Auron and him are on a tier that you guys are not on.
Well, keep in mind, health is not the end-all be-all stat, right?
No. But I mean, he clearly does a lot of damage too.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's a little better. Ripping.
Yeah, than what I'm used to.
Get some Guns N' Roses going here. Well, okay, I don't know now.
Yeah, this is a little bit different than it used to be.
They just brought in some teen garage band. Jam session time. Let's do it. I'm sorry, that's dismissive. It's not awful.
No, it's just keep in mind, I'm used to the original soundtrack, right? So some things are more different than others.
What was this soundtrack originally like?
Oh, it was like this.
I mean,
it was like the downbeats and stuff are a little bit like. Oh, this
was it more video gamey and digital? Like that's
Yeah,
one
a
of the
little bit.
things that I'm probably gathering is that it seems like this remix version is now that they it's been
little more
remastered and they can
orchestral.
just they can generate computer sounding sorry, I'm gonna collect myself so I know what I'm trying to say here.
Please do.
The technology now allows them to be more orchestral. They can computer generate guitars and trumpets and stuff, and I think it sounds a lot better than it probably did on the original. Whereas the original
Yes.
probably sounded more computery.
Yes, it did. Yeah. That's pretty much exactly it.
Is that okay? There we go. That's what I was meant to say. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wasn't trying to be a dick there. I just literally had no idea.
No.
what you were trying to say.
I know. That is why I collected myself. It turns out when we're doing these features, we end up talking a lot. So.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to think.
Also,
about it.
I'm a heavily medicated person at a regular interval generally. So.
That is true.
Demi, he will become Demi.
Nevada or
What else can Seymour? Have we seen Seymour's Overdrive yet?
No,
I'm kinda
and
interested
it's
if he has
pretty
one.
hard to get it.
Oh,
I've
that's
never
probably
seen it.
super rad though.
Probably.
You've never
but, like,
seen it in the whole time of playing this game?
Well, as a that was been telling me.
So that tells me that you don't get him in your party at a regular rate, because otherwise you would have seen it. It's like, yeah, this is the only time you get it.
This is the only time you
has
get to
it.
fight with him.
Oh, okay. So you basically have to see it in this fight. There's a chance of it happening, and that's it.
Like it would.
Did you YouTube it?
I've never.
So you know
I don't
it
even know
exists?
if it actually exists. I just.
Oh, okay.
I
so
didn't even
you're
think
just-
about it until now, to be honest.
I bet you if it exists, it's rad.
Probably.
Hey, we got a katana. And Leonardo has joined our party.
Well, we already have backup.
The others. Where is my people? Find them, lady.
Yuna!
Oh, here we go. The whale is here. The Sin Whale. And there's a laser anime show going on. Oh, what the hell? Is this a gun?
It's the Machina.
Yeah, get him.
The ancient
Yeah.
Machina that's supposed to finish off Sin.
Yeah, this isn't just weapons. There's magic to it. They're shooting lightning and energy. Like it's probably typical Final Fantasy stuff. A mixing of magic and technology.
Yes, but they don't have a problem with the magic part. Yevon is totally fine with the magic.
Yes,
this
they
isn't
don't like the
magic. I do
magic being
believe-
manipulated to use it with technology. That's
Yeah.
a common Final Fantasy trope. They always call it different things in different games too, right? Like I'm pretty sure in 15 it's called Magitech.
Yeah, and that was some of the older ones as well. 6 had magic.
Yeah.
They didn't have a problem with it. It was just that Magitech was more limited as opposed to true magic. True magic was a little more difficult
Yes.
to come across and was a little more rare, whereas Magitech was kind of like, you can't use
the
magic,
one
so
advantage
here's
of
some Magitech.
Magitech over base magic is Magitech could be better for specific instances, right? You can specify what your weapon is doing or what your tool is doing for a specific circumstance. Sorry. Like an example, none of your soldiers can use magic. However, if you have a Magitech gun, you can mass produce that and give it to your soldiers, and then all your soldiers have an upgrade.
Right, yeah. Like Magitech is something.
All those soldiers might not be better than a single mage, but they're still an upgraded version over.
Yeah, magic is
the
an
base
inert
soldiers,
ability,
right?
whereas
Yes.
Magitech can be used by is a learned skill. You could learn to use Magitech.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're on the same page here.
Yep.
Shit. Final Fantasy music, or sorry, that music in Kingdom Hearts again. I was going to say Final Fantasy music. Of course it is.
Yeah, every song in the game is Final Fantasy music. Spoilers.
Welcome to Paj-anime. This is the first time we're doing this. What game are we doing again, Kyle? Oh, we no sin
What the fuck?
And I'm just gonna say, Sin. There's a lot of plot here where it just seems like you go through an encounter, you go through a bunch of bosses, and then Sin shows up and destroys a bunch of shit, and then you wake up somewhere. This is like the fourth time that's happened. I know, but I'm not saying you wake up somewhere foreign.
Well, every other time it has been though. That's why I was.
Yes, but I'm saying
I guess not a killer.
pretty much every mission and encounter in this game has thus far been resolved by Sin shows up and wrecks shit, and then you wake up.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a reoccurring pattern. A peaceful death.
Oh, is that the
Probably
game?
No clue.
Is that the path of the game?
I've never noticed that pattern before, to be honest.
Oh, okay, so that is the path of the game.
I mean, it's happened up until this point. I'm not gonna.
Yes, thus far. I was kind of more like, is that what they continue to do going forward?
I'm not gonna tell you.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So
I'm just
young.
curious.
Oh no, that child soldier.
It clearly is meant to hype Sin as like Sin is like Super Omega and just creates these natural disaster level events.
Yeah, Sin's kind of a dick.
And
spoilers.
You guys might be trying to fight him, but you're also trying to survive too, and
Well,
that
that's
sucks.
why they're trying to fight him.
Yes, because he's a tornado.
He's kind of a dick.
Hi, I'm Captain Tornado. I'm a dick.
Where the fuck am I supposed to go right now? This is so obnoxious.
Well, I think you're supposed to run on the beach.
Yeah, apparently.
Try going into the smoke area there. Yeah, I think this way.
I thought this is where I started.
Oh no,
Sure.
just walk over here. Can you go over past this thing?
No, like you can tell on the map
Okay.
where you can and can't go, right?
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, yeah. Just explore each of these little huts and avenues here. Can you talk to any of these people?
No, they're all dead, Ryan.
Oh, what about down there? Is that like a cave?
Oh, I think I found where I'm supposed to be.
Gata?
Oh, talk to this guy.
Gata, come on, wake up.
I'm dead.
Yeah. So, do you want to
He
know a
gone.
fun thing, Ryan? You killed him.
What? How?
When we told him to go to the command center, to go to the front line twice.
Yeah. Remember, that was part of the objective. Last time I checked, what was our mission? To get the shot off on the Sin whale.
Well,
I never said the shot would be effective. They got the shot off and then it killed everyone. It
Right.
still didn't matter.
So
but
what I'm saying is, if we didn't tell him
the
to
strategy
go twice,
was sound. We got the shot off.
If we didn't tell him to go to the front lines twice, he doesn't go to the front lines and he lives.
Would we have got the shot off? Who knows?
Yes,
But we did. We did. No, who knows? Anyone
Played this
else's
game
playthroughs
before.
are. That doesn't matter. Our own playthroughs are only canon, and I exist in
Okay,
a
you're
world
right.
where I
My
know
bad.
that the decision we made is what led to what happened. So as far as I'm concerned, until we travel back in time. Oh, she's gonna summon.
What?
summon.
Steve got fucked up already.
Carl's Jr.
I mean,
Powers
Dave
are
got fucked
still
up already.
too weak.
We're gonna have to start throwing greasy, disgusting, overly packed burgers at the enemy.
Well, Dave is dead, so we only have Carl left.
We're gonna find out that the Carl's Jr. burgers were actually Sin's secret weakness this whole time.
What if we tried those and they were like the most delicious tasting burgers ever, and we had to do a retraction on episode like 194?
I mean, hey, maybe, but I haven't worked up the courage to try something that looks like them. You should Google their images, Kyle. They do not look good. Even the marketing images don't look good. Much less the images I've seen of the real version of. You know how I mean with fast food, the marketed images usually better looking. Like even the market image just look.
They don't even try that hard. They always just like, here's a hot lady model eating our burger.
I have no idea what I was thinking.
Yeah, but I mean,
ran
like the
after Sin
burger
that
itself
day.
also looked bad.
Oh yeah, Steve's just
I'm not
like
even talking about
chasing
What I was
Sin.
doing, there I was, chasing him down like a thief at market. Maybe I was angry.
Then we wound up in Atlantis.
Maybe I wanted to go
Yeah.
home.
We ran
I kept
into
thinking
Jason
of Xanarkand
Momoa,
and
and he was like, "Hey."
my old man.
Oh, that was a good reference because he's both Aquaman and also in Stargate Atlantis. I didn't realize both parts of that, but that holds up. That's a good show.
The vegan tofu burger. That looked No.
No.
And it's just like a block of tofu, like shaped in a square, like a fillet fish. So stupidest.
Where the fuck am I?
Not at Carl's Jr., thankfully. What the hell?
On,
we are
man.
in Atlantis. Oh shit. It's this guy.
This fucking kid. Just shaking your head. Oh, here's a blitz ball. Hits us in the face.
Oh, this kid is like you, or remember? So what? My running theory on Steve is.
Oh right, yeah. You
No,
have
my running
Steve,
theory
what
on
was it
Steve
again?
is that Steve doesn't exist.
That you're gonna retire.
My running theory is that you're somehow. This kid might have been you, but I don't think so because you view these experiences
Because you drink all the time.
as if you're another person watching.
Then do it now.
What did
I'm
you
an
say?
alcoholic.
You just said you can.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Why not today?
Why do today what you can leave for tomorrow?
That's not how that saying goes.
There he
Yeah.
goes again, crying.
Why do it today what you can leave for tomorrow? So your dad was lazy bum.
Yeah.
Because if you
thought
use
I
that saying
sensed
every
my
day,
old
you're never
man
going to
there.
do anything.
Somewhere. Or maybe it was just Sin's toxin playing tricks on my mind.
Oof.
Oh, Steve, how'd you get back to the beach?
Unexplained. He was also underwater swimming in like
How
a
many died
drug-infested
today?
illusion, so I don't know.
People die and Yuna dances.
It's
When will she stop
alright
dancing?
if I dance.
When will it stop?
Well, she has to send them so they don't turn into fiends.
Yuna won't stop dancing. Not
But
until
you
Sin
notice
is
that
gone.
Yuna doesn't look upset or angry?
Those were my thoughts then,
Just
I
saying.
think.
She's clearly an optimist. She recognizes that these sacrifices is all part of the circle of life.
I see you're still here.
Huh?
Many stories ended here today. But
Yeah, that's a
yours
macabre way
goes
of
on,
putting
I
that.
see.
Oren
What?
talks about stories a lot. That's kind of his thing.
Your story still continues. The people who
Sin
died
had
today,
come and gone,
theirs is
but
over.
I remained here.
Chapter ended. Dead is what I'm saying. Do you get that?
I hope you understand
Sorry.
what I'm trying to say.
Fuck.
Should we save or should we play blitzball?
Oh goodness.
Is this the time? Maybe disable the option. You can't play blitzball immediately after a tragedy.
Save. Yeah, I love how that's the first option. Let's play. Well, I mean, Yuna would probably be okay with that based on her tone. So. People died, but it's okay because we're alive. I feel like she's kind of like that character. Sometimes you see. Remember when it's like, sometimes it's male, sometimes it's female, but it's like you'll get a character that's
Oh
like
shit! I just ran into a cutscene.
trying to hide that they're
retreat.
not panicked by just being like, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did not
I
mean to
feel
run
like her
into a
character
cutscene here.
has a little bit of that. It's okay.
Those who turn from Yevon died.
I've got my hand
while the
outstretched.
faithful live on.
The past 10 years have changed you, I see.
Yeah, see, he's a different voice actor. He's not the Scottish guy now.
No, but that was the first one. They just used the Scottish. I feel like they just like forgot to record a few lines one day, and they're like, "Shit, the game
Wait, do you
ships
think there's
tomorrow."
two voice actors? Oh
Looks so
man, that's not good.
But now, more than
Hello.
ever,
I
it
think
must be the
I'm pretty sure they
people's
used
strength.
that one voice like
their
that
confidence.
we just heard for him for the rest of the game. I think it's just that one line where they're like,
Anyone else would be expected
they were like,
to
"Shit,
show
the game
their
ships
sorrow.
tomorrow, and we forgot to do these two lines." And Jim's gone to Australia.
You
What are we gonna
are
do?
a summoner.
Hey, Angus, can you do like two lines for us?
Hope
I feel like that's
I
a
suppose
huge
I
oversight.
can.
defeated.
Yeah.
You must not relent.
Well, who
you
knows?
understand?
Files get corrupted.
You understand?
Things happen that you
I
have to fix in
understand.
post.
They just
Are you afraid?
hamstered him. Hey, can you do this one in an Scottish accent for us? Just this take.
Yuna.
Yeah, we're never gonna use
You
that
know.
one though, and then they
Your
mark the
pillar of
files wrong.
strength.
Shit, your pillar of
As Yuna
strength.
Reska had her, Lord Zayon.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
His pillar of
Lady
strength.
Yuna. Until next
And we're not talking
meet.
about his pointed hair.
Farewell.
Oh, I was. What were you talking about?
You're the one who was talking about it, so
yeah.
that's what you were talking about then.
That is correct. I'll save again.
Then I dig. Then I dig dog. If you dig.
Yep. So that'll probably do it for this episode. This 54-minute episode.
We're animating it up. We had a
Dude,
a guest feature from
Alex.
Yep. I was trying to come up with I'm just trying to come up with another good anime reference name. What would you choose?
For her?
You know your fiance well enough to know.
Well, she's not Bulma.
What
she's
anime
not
character?
Incredibly annoying.
Well, it doesn't have to be DBZ either. It doesn't have to be DBZ.
No, because that's pretty much the only girl. Anime fucking. Alex is the. Got it. She's the Pink Ranger, to my Green Ranger.
Is that
She's
how
the
you view
Kimberly to my
yourself?
Tommy. Hell yeah, dude.
So every time you do an attack with Steve from this point on, if you're supposed to be Steve, I need to hear you go.
JDF, bringing it home.
Yeah. Apparently that's what's... to be honest, as much as I thought that was a joke, some actual UFC fighters do that. Like, it's a technique to breathe out and make a noise because it helps you channel or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people believe that. I'm not saying I think there's enough science to support that. I'm saying that enough experienced martial artists do it to make me believe that there is some semblance of a reason.
That it's just cool. There's like, this just makes it cooler. Let's just do it.
They just think it's cool, yeah. Like the most notable one is you'll know this person, Holly Holm, who beat Ronda Rousey and kicked her in the head. She notably goes hut every time she delivers. Yes.
Perfect.
You just couldn't hear it. You just couldn't hear it because everyone was screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yeah.
Because it was a crazy fight. Anyway.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Next time we'll go down the road with see what happened with all these dead people.
Down the anime road again.
Live through the.
We can't wait
aftermath.
to join in this adventure with our friends. We're gonna get back to anime again. Yeah.